Good morning, good morning. I ain't bitter, I'm better. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland, and I was kidnapped by the state of Illinois because I applied for Martin Luther King's job. I was making a movie, and I used Martin Luther King as a prop for a movie. That's it. I simply said I wanted to apply for Martin Luther King's job because we don't have any more activists like Martin Luther King. We don't have any more activists like Medgar Evers. We don't have no more Fred Hamptons. We got too many self-serving demigods. We got Al Sharpton that get paid. He don't come in, he get paid to speak. He come to Pastor Urie's church and he want to speak about money. You got all these activists, Jesse Jackson Jr., Al Sharpton, man, a litany of them, and ain't none of them doing nothing for the community. You feel me? Ain't none of them doing nothing for the community. So I chose to do something for the community. I started a thing called the Underground, like Frederick Douglass, like Harriet Tubman. You can't get free if you don't want to be free. If you content with being a slave in America, then you stay with your slavery shit. But I came up with a plan to end that. Malcolm X, no. In 1986, I gave you Mark. In 1986, I gave you Malcolm X. In 2007, and 2008, 2009, 10, and 11, I gave you Martin Luther King. 2020, I'm going to give you Thurgood Marshall. And after we do Thurgood Marshall, I'm going to give you Marcus Garvey. We're going to take black out of America. We're going to go to Ancestry.com, cut our fingers. And since Donald Trump said, if you want to leave, we can leave. Well, we're going to see who want to leave and who want to stay. We're going to have that choice and that decision in 2020. That's what I'm going to push. Marcus Garvey, Thurgood Marshall. Because see, black never asked to come to America. You stole us from our families in Africa the same way that you stole me from my family here in America. Dear Zoo. Feel me? You brought us here like animals on ships. So we're going to cut our fingers, like Marcus Garvey said, and we're going to take ships back to Africa. Ships back. We're going to do a backwards middle passage. I'm going to promote a backwards middle passage, and I'm going to promote leaving America. Like Eddie Murphy got the movie Coming to America. Dog, I'm going to make one leaving America. We're going to make a movie about Garvey. And we ain't going to make it with no silver screen and no film studios. We're going to do it with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Social media for social change. The same way that they had the Arab uprising over in Jerusalem or over in Pakistan, and they use their cell phones and cameras. We're going to use our cell phones and our cameras. Social media for social change, and we're going to do it with Starbucks. Because Starbucks to me is partnering up with a homeless program. And we're going to partner up with a lot of social issue programs. Starbucks Shorty and Martin Luther King. Like I said. It's dedicated to my mama. You feel me? Because you kidnapped me from my family. You stole me from my family. February the 2nd was the anniversary of my mother's death. That's when she died, February the 2nd. So why would I commit a bomb threat? I wasn't emotionally distraught. I had a $54 million lawsuit against you. Chief Hyatt know about it. Commissioner Belfield know about it. Mosby know about it. Shellenberger know about it. Because see, 2020, I'm coming after y'all's money. Because that's what you respect. That's your God. Your God is your money. So 2020, I'm coming after your money. We're going to file lawsuits, class action lawsuits. We're going to file lawsuits for being black in America. Yeah, we're going to talk about slavery in a minute. See, the dissent decree showed you the crimes that the state committed against the people. The dissent decree did not eliminate the people from filing class action lawsuits against the state. We're going to file like $2, $3, $4, $5, $12 billion. That's going to bring international attention. Martin Luther King wrote letters from a Birmingham jail. I got 2 diaries. On this post right here is a link to a diary from Illinois. That diary from Illinois shows you when the Ryan battle came to the state of Illinois to get me 3 extra months in jail. It shows you when they took over my store. It shows you why I read Dred Scott in the court record. Do blacks have rights in America? 2020, we're gonna find out. Because see, Johnny Oleski asked for the Department of Justice to investigate my case.
Thank you.
All right. You clear on this? That was in 2019. It's 2020, almost a year later, and ain't nobody did nothing about me. So I already proved my point. Blacks do not have rights in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Johnny Oleski is the county executive. Chief Hayes is the chief of police. But they won't go against Scott Shellenberger because Scott Shellenberger said blacks ain't got no rights. Y'all let him beat that black woman up the other day. Now y'all got mad because y'all put it on film. I got everything I did on film. I can show you where Scott Shellenberger lied to the grand jury. I can show you where Scott Shellenberger committed perjury. I can show you where Scott Shellenberger need to go to jail. If I can go to jail for a toilet, Scott Shellenberger can go to jail for what he did. Scott Shellenberger is a racist. It's the new face of old Jim Crow. So wherever I see Scott Shellenberger at, when I see him in Annapolis, I'm gonna shut his shit down. If he's doing any interviews, if he's doing any testimony, I'm gonna dispute it and shut it down. I ain't got a problem getting locked up. Lock me up, I get a court date. Get a court date, I get a jury trial. Get a jury trial, we're gonna bring this camera to court. We're gonna bring this camera to court. And we're gonna talk about crimes and justice. We're gonna talk about crime and justice. So, like I said, you got 365 days in a year. You just spent 28 of them with me. The rest of the year, the campaign of public shame. I'm gonna give you the campaign of public shame. I'm just gonna shame you. I'm gonna put the camera in your face. I'm gonna talk shit to you. No, I'm gonna talk truth to you. And I'm gonna dare you to deny it. I'm gonna ask you yes and no questions. And that's all you got to do is say yes or no. Should have never picked this fight with me. Should have left me alone. Inmates. He went to jail. I went to jail. I ain't doing nothing new. I'm just doing what he taught me. I followed his blueprint, and I'm giving you a blueprint. Call it a ghetto Da Vinci Code. We're gonna fight for our freedom in 2020. You wanna stop the violence? Let's talk about ending the war on drugs. You're giving opioid treatments, but you gave crack the penitentiary. You planted them seeds, and this is the fruit that grew from it. You feel me? The same violence that's going on now, dog, I used to do that shit in the 80s. Territorial drug disputes, I did that shit. Shooting up the neighborhoods, I did that shit. But when I chose to stop doing that shit, I said end the war on drugs. Google N62528, State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis. Yeah, I do that shit. I'm built for the battle because I've been in the war. If I can go to jail, Shelleberger can go to jail too. The question is our black leadership willing to go against white supremacy? Is our black leadership going against racism? You ain't willing to fight, then you need to get out your seat. Because I'm the citizen here. You call me Citizen Kane. Yeah, call me whatever you want to call me, but you're going to call me free in 2020. Might check that one. Freedom. That's what I'm going to be. Free.